Okay. Looks like we're back. Sorry about that, folks.
Yeah, technical difficulties, but
Technical
we're
difficulties.
back like cook crack.
Yep. Is I'm sorry. We're back like what?
Cook crack.
Cook crack.
Yeah, Fat Joe.
That joke.
And never mind.
No, you're fine. I didn't know the reference.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Let me make sure that we're going good on Facebook.
Oh, we were going good.
We
Only
were.
19 views, guys. Those are rookie numbers. We need to get those numbers up. We're not that boring. Besides, nothing else. You get to listen to hear this voice talk. It's the closest thing we got left to James Earl Jones, baby. Oh, did you see? I meant to bring this up to you. Okay. Let me bring this up. I got to confirm, but did I send it to you or did? Oh no. Okay. Idris Elba's character in Suicide Squad.
Mm-hmm.
He's being put into canon in the new version of DC that they're working on.
As he should.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, like it's him, like it's
Right.
the likeness of Idris Elba.
Bloodsport.
I think that's what his name is. Yes. But yeah, they're putting him into to their canon. I'm like, oh, okay. Also, we did talk about this prior to going on.
Yeah.
About Rick and Morty's President Curtis getting animated spin-off show
Right.
with Keith David as the voice.
That's gonna be
Fuck
epic.
yes.
Yes.
Fuck yes. That is everything that we need in life. This is more of the satire to keep us out of the nonsense of the reality of our current situation. Although, like I said earlier, I am still gonna bang that drum, and let's start a movement here, guys. I need our fans to help us out here. I still want the movie with Keith David and David Keith getting mistaken for each other, and then they have to team up because it's just a case of mistaken identity of David Keith and Keith David. And just call it My Name is David.
My name is David.
Or My Name is Keith.
My name is Keith. Well, my name is David. David Keith.
Or no, they just call it, Keith David.
Keith David.
Right. Because it's David Keith, right? And
Right.
Keith David. So it's just like their last names. like how you would do for Lethal Weapon, because we obviously compare ourselves to Riggs and Murtaugh, right? So it'd be like Glover, Gibson. Right now it's just Keith and David.
Keith.
That's just like the
David.
title of the movie.
This summer.
Right. Yeah.
Wait. This summer.
One man has his identity mistaken for another man who cannot understand the backwards of their names. David, Keith, Keith, David.
How do you think that would go? I'm not sure how Keith David acts, or the kind of person that he really is, or anything. More familiar with David Keith.
Wait. Like Keith David, you've never seen him acting. You know his voice from all the movies that he does. You've never actually seen him in a movie.
We're talking about.
Well, David Keith is probably of the two lesser known. Keith David is the voice of President Curtis.
Right. No. Okay. I got that mixed up.
Right.
So I know him. He's from Spawn, right?
Also the voice of Spawn, yes.
Right. And
Dr. Felicier.
Yep.
Yes.
Requiem for a Dream. He was in that.
Correct. He's also
very disturbing.
Yes. We're gonna shelf that because that Requiem for a Dream is a whole other topic.
Right.
He's also the stepdad, and there's something about Mary.
Right.
How'd you get the beans? About Frank. Many other. Chronicles of Riddick and Pitch Black. He's in those.
Right.
Yeah, he plays the religious guy that ends up dying in the second one.
Right.
Anyway, but David Keith, the other one, is not as well known. We could probably pull up his filmography, but the thing I always remember him for is he is the catcher in the second Major League movie. He's the free agent signing guy, Jack Parkman. You know what I mean? That rest his soul. Why can't I think of his name? Bob Uecker would talk about during the movie, and then he ends up getting traded and whatnot, and then he ends up they end up having to play him in the last game in the movie, at the end of the movie. But that's probably the thing he's most known for, but I know he has other acting credits beyond that. But yeah, there was a thing a bunch of years ago talking about, it was making the rounds of the internet. I don't know how valid it was, or it was just like one of those things that they were coming up with, that there was going to be a movie with them, and that was basically the premise, is that it's like a case of mistaken identity because their names are so similar. You know, because obviously, you know, they both have two first names, but inverse of each other.
I can relate.
Oh yeah, it'd be like you coming up to a Thomas Lewis.
I have.
Yeah.
It
With
was
it spelled the same way, Louis.
No.
Or it was like the
Lewis.
Lewis. Okay, gotcha. That would be even trippier if you like St. Louis, but without the Saint.
Right.
Yeah. Although usually most people with that last name pronounce it St. Louis, because it comes from French derivative usually.
Too bad I had to end his life.
I guess it's a good thing there's no Horn Johns.
Yeah.
Or Horn Jonathans.
There can only be one.
Well, yeah.
He was just a Negaloo, I'm like, you're my enemy.
This is like the Jet Li
what
movie,
are
isn't
you
it?
talking about?
Where you killed him and got more powerful than another Lewis Thomas got more powerful, like in another dimension.
Right.
And then you guys are gonna have to face off at the end.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Yep.
I like it.
Yeah. Go by Highlander rules specifically, though. It's really complicated. Sean Connery was
there can only be one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. So past the Stephen Colbert thing in the South Park, we had some unfortunate passings in the last few days.
Yeah.
It was Ozzy Osbourne.
The Ozzy thing. I'm.
Wait for it.
The Ozzy thing. The stuff that's come out after his passing, like his last concert, him wanting to be lucid for it and everything like that. He knew it was coming, and I hope in my final days that I can see the finish line, and we have so little control over that to be able to have some type of say in how I want to spend my last however.
Right.
I'm glad that he not only got to do that for himself, for all of his children, because I think people always think of the two that were on the show. He had other kids, like he had two before he met Sharon, and I believe their oldest kid from their three. You know what I mean? Like, people forget, like, she didn't want to be on the show.
Yeah.
Like, so she's, like, only shown, like, once or twice.
Right.
So for them to have that, and for, Ozzy to have that, and then for so many people, acts, and people from other music genres, like Trick Daddy, like, and, like, saying, I wouldn't be who I am if it wasn't for Ozzy. One of my biggest songs is Crazy Train. Like, literally, like that was what they sampled, on Let's Go.
Right.
So like
that's a good song.
Like, but like even like people from other genres, like that's how well loved he was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like to have two illustrious Hall of Fame worthy careers, his Sabbath and his years as solo. I mean, I know, like, we make more of that time, like his time with Black Sabbath wasn't as long as we really think it was. You know what I mean? But,
yeah.
I mean, to have those two separate careers like that, and then, you know, just even generationally, like, there's a whole generation of people that know him just from the show and from his appearances in movies and whatnot, you know. So it's sad on him. It's very sad about Malcolm Jamal Warner.
Right.
Hearing the details about that, and so young, so gifted,
Right.
so talented. And I say young in a relative term, that, like, you know, if Lord willing, we get 75, you know what I mean, summers, winters, whatever, and to pass like that with your family, doing something, you know, spending time with your family. I mean, just like how his family's got to be feeling in that moment. Like, your daughter was out there swimming with you, and just, I can't even imagine. You know what I mean? It's so sad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is sad.
You know, just be grateful for all the days you have, because you never know. You really don't. The other big one that was just like, you know, because they say they come in threes. The Hogan thing. I'll let you say anything you want to about the other two deaths before I say anything about Hogan.
Well, I don't got much to say about Hogan, so you can take over.
And any of the other two you wanted to mention about Ozzy
Osbourne,
or Malcolm Jamal Warner?
Besides Alice Cooper, Ozzy Osbourne was probably one of the single greatest influences on my musical career, music life.
I'd be hard pressed to disagree with any of that.
He was the guy. Yeah. I've said this before. How I went to go see Ozfest when I was just 14 years old, and the sky turned black. Like, literally, it was like 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and then it just started pissing raining out, and Ozzy came on stage, and then as soon as he was off stage, the rain went away. Like, it was one of the most craziest concert experiences I've ever seen, besides even seeing System of a Down that same night. That was awesome.
So jealous. I've
yes,
never seen them live.
It was one. It was on their like last like thing right after they did the Hypnotize, all that. Yeah, that
Serge, such a great voice.
I got to see him. Unfortunately, I wish I could have seen him again. But yeah, no.
I'm grateful that we were alive during his life.
I am very grateful. Malcolm, I known him more as a bass player. Right? He played bass.
I believe it was bass that he played.
Yeah.
I know he played instruments, yes. But, like, he was a poet as well.
Yeah.
Some of his spoken word stuff, like Asante, oh, my God, that's a beautiful piece. His work as a producer, director. I hate the fact that people pigeonhole him into Theo for a lot of years and not really look at the other stuff that this man has done. Like, his range is so much better than I think that he's really was given credit for during his life. I hope that in passing he does get more credit for that. But yeah, he was such a great dude.
What I was more broken up about when I found out, I know Hulk Hogan died, but Chuck Mangione.
Yes, that
guy was
great,
killer.
Great.
I mean, if you watched any of the Godfathers or anything like that, he was all over that. But that was like his call of fame. But also how freaking hilarious he was in King of the Hill.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
Traumatized individual he was in that.
Side note, I know you saw the new season trailer.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
my God.
Bobby's an adult.
Yep.
Oh,
Bobby's fully grown.
I am so ready for this. We are definitely gonna have to speak on that when it comes on.
Right.
Because
that's
I am
August.
so ready for that.
August 6th, I think that's when it comes out.
Yeah, the day after the Bills premiere on Hard Knocks, because they're doing the training camp version on our Buffalo Bills this year.
Really?
So yeah, make sure fan base, and go Bills always. But yeah, check that out. There'll be our first episode of Hard Knocks will be on August the 5th on Max, I believe, in all those streaming services. Oh my God! See that's the type of producer that we need. the
brings in cookies.
Yeah, the Mrs. Lou. Well, not really Mrs. Lou, but you know what I mean.
Yep.
But yeah, she the little bit of the cookie and chocolatey that we need. Oh. See that's a significant number. You know what I mean? That's valid. She probably was trying to earn brownie points because we're on air, but who cares? We got cookies.
We got cookies.
Yeah, she'll probably hurt me for that later after we get off air, but I deserved it. That was me, not him. Don't hurt Lou. Thank you for the cookies. Oh, so good. Okay. On to Mr. Terry Hulk Hogan Bola.
Yeah.
Like a comment I made about the Dangerous album earlier, I want to be very clear. We need to separate the man, Terry Bola, from the character that he played on TV and in front of audiences that became beloved by thousands and millions across the world. All right. Terry Bola is not a good dude. Has said some things on record that along the lines that got one guy kicked out of the NBA and had to sell his franchise. Okay. So, this is about his daughter's boyfriend. Right. He has also done things to certain wrestlers of color, blocking their push. And that was the derogatory comments that were recorded. And if you think that's the only time that he's ever said anything like that, you are kidding yourself. He just got caught. But that said, what he did, as also a lot of weird stuff with his daughter and / girlfriend and all that situation. I'm not going to get into that stuff. He wasn't found guilty, so I'm not going to speak on that. But even as the persona Hulk Hogan, he is the reason why professional wrestling got brought into the modern era. He is one of the most important, if not the most important, professional wrestlers in American, in professional wrestling. Obviously crossed over into mainstream with movie appearances like Rocky.
Yeah.
Even just like the Saturday morning cartoon, Saturday Night Main Event, all these things, making it like wrestling like an okay thing in the American household. Set the the stage for Stone Cold Steve Austin, for a Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, especially because Dwayne essentially followed that blueprint and went into Hollywood. Even though Hulk wasn't as successful, he did, open the door for Dwayne to walk through it. I mean, it helped that Dwayne is a very good-looking guy and is very, was able to adapt to acting, which is essentially what they're doing wrestling, a little bit better than Hulk. So he had a little bit more mainstream success than Hulk Hogan did. I think that Dwayne was a little smarter with some of his role choices, and it led to being a household name. And now you see John Cena doing the same thing. So yeah, I mean, he has a legacy there. He also once infamously made a comment that people forgave another wrestler that's infamous that I will not name because I do not want to have that controversy. Wrestler and his atrocities, but they didn't forgive him, which he caught a lot of backlash for. If you know, you know. I'm not going to get into that. Trying to equate his racial epithets to three people losing their lives. So there's that. So for his legacy, it's very complicated. I feel bad for his children and his ex-wife and his widow, because obviously they're getting asked questions. They have to talk about the mistakes that he made. So I do feel bad for them, but he's always been a very complicated figure for me since the fourth wall was revealed about the way some of these professional wrestlers are off camera or off stage.
Right.
So, but I hope they're all in a better place, all three of them.
True that. Especially my man Ozzy.
Oh yeah, because at the end of the day, I think that's something that, if anybody takes anything from our podcast, is that we are all just walking each other home. Let's try not to think more of that than we really are. You know what I mean? It is great to have somebody to enjoy the scenery with you while you're doing it, but we are all just walking each other home. And how long that person walks with you, we don't know. So enjoy those walks, and for as long as that person can walk with you,
Exactly. Well, I don't want to cut it short, but I'm having so many issues today.
Well, I think we're at a good stopping point.
Yeah.
I think we got a lot of things.
If you've been watching consistently, thank you very much. I apologize for all the technical problems, but evidently my internet doesn't want to internet today very well. So, other than that,
so I guess it's an outer net.
I'll have a button for that one.
Yeah, we should get. Yeah, I definitely deserve a womp womp.
Right. That one.
Someone help me! That's about right. That was, yeah.
Anyway.
Your moves are weak, Mom.
A little better.
It was always a pleasure. It's always a pleasure to have you over, Horn.
Always.
Yep. Thank you so much for tuning in. Sorry it had to be split into two parts. Hopefully the video came out all right. I'll find out in a minute. And this was Lou and the Horn in the morning, sometimes at night. Thank you so much. And I hope you all have a good rest of your day.
Stay safe out there.